What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Shut Up and Work podcast. I am your wonderful host, Coach. And today, I want to talk to you about that popular phrase, putting the cart before the horse. Now, for those of you that may not know, back in the old days, the horse always go before the cart because the horse was there to pull the cart in that situation. So, bringing it up to today's time and what is similar to that phrase. A lot of Fortune 500 companies, they have procedures, processes, policies, things that the employees, the managers, and everybody else need to follow in order for that company to be successful and continue on its success as long as its existence as a company. So, for example, McDonald's, they made a movie, The Founder. In that movie, the McDonald's brothers showed the individual who was the founder, which was known as Ray Kroc. They showed them the process of how they make hamburgers and fries in it. And they showed how everything flowed. This is how much time you need to make a hamburger. This is how much time the fries need to cook. This is how much time to fill the shake, put the fries and the hamburger in the bag, and get the shake or the drink ready and hand it to the customer. And boom, that customer is served. It is done. That is how the process worked. Everything was in the timing gate. Okay? As well, not only McDonald's, but you have other companies out there such as Amazon, Tesla, Toyota, grocery stores like Walmart. They have these processes that have made them billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars over the years. Now, I want to get to a story of mine, which is my work experience of dealing with a boss who was trying to put the cart before the horse. So, in my last job, right before I resigned, I was a safety inspector, as some of you may know. And being a safety inspector for the Army Corps of Engineers, one of our processes was going out and inspecting the construction site. And in order to do this, the process was we would notify what we had was called a QA, quality assurance, or construction inspector. We had a project engineer who was kind of overseeing the whole project, getting all the funding, paying the contractor for doing all the work, going and inspecting certain processes throughout that project to make sure that the contractor is following the rules while they're building a certain type of building or whatever in that situation. And so anytime someone outside of that quality assurance or QA and the project engineer, anytime somebody else had to come out to their job site to perform any type of inspection, then you needed to notify one of these individuals. That was the process. That was the policy. That was the procedure that the Army Corps has had all around the world. You followed this procedure. Now, you let them know, hey, I'm coming out to your project site. I need to do a safety inspection. And most of the time, that QA or that project engineer would assist you in the inspection or go along with you or show you, different things or different issues that might be going on during the inspection. We were normally doing this process and had everything working this way. And for that process, it was smooth. Everything was good. There was nothing wrong with what we did. The only thing we needed to improve in this process was a way to record and keep records of our inspection besides just handing it over to the PQA. So with that being said, Everything was smooth until our boss at that time, she decided to retire. And then one of our co-workers who had the most time and seniority, he was promoted in her position. So he was the new supervisor. So when this gentleman came on board, then all of a sudden, the process, he wanted to change. He wanted to do away the whole thing. And it was the part that was working smoothly. And we had good rapport with the other departments. So in this situation, he wanted to take away notifying the quality insurance, the project engineer, and their supervisor, which at the time is named the resident engineer. And he wanted us to go to the top level of the person who ran the whole region, which they were called the area engineer at the time. So he wanted us to skip over all those levels I just named and go to the boss of the boss. And then had this boss sit down with us, the inspector, and go over the deficiencies. Now, you can already tell how this is going to work out because you're skipping over all this level of authority and you're going straight to the boss's boss. You know the people were PO'd. And we told this boss, hey, all you're going to do, you're going to start a fire and you're just going to be pissing out gasoline all over the place and you're going to piss a bunch of people off. But no, this boss, we're not going to do it. We're going to do it this way. He insisted. You need to sit down with the area engineer and do it this way. So, sure enough, and that happened on his thing, breaking the process, putting the cart before the horse, a bunch of PEs, a bunch of QAs, they started turning against the safety inspector. At first, we were a team. Now, we were, hey, you separate, screw you. You go out there, you need something done, you write it up, you can go to hell. I'm not going to tell the contractor to fix it. That's how this attitude went, because we broke that process and procedures that we had earlier. And not only, as I just said, that we broke that, we broke that, I will say that teammate companionship to work together. And it became enemies in that point. So that's one of the reasons why I had to get the hell out of that job, because our procedures and the way we did things, he was trying to change what was working, what made us successful. As I just gave in other examples earlier with companies like McDonald's, Walmart, things in that nature. And once you do that as a boss, you change the processes that work and try to turn the stuff upside down, you end up losing productivity. You end up causing conflict. You end up making the workplace more toxic than what it really was or what it really should be. So never put the cart before the horse. Never change the process. It's always winning. You can improve upon it, but don't just totally scrap it and say, hey, let's go back to square one and do something totally different. Now, over time, if things are going to change, you can slowly institute things one step at a time and see how it works. If it's A, B, C, D, maybe taking the B out slowly and trying something different. But in most cases, what you want to do is help either streamline or improve the process to make it a little bit better. So, in the comments, I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you have experienced something like this on your job or in the workplace, or seen it or heard of somebody experiencing the same thing, which is putting the cart before the horse, drop me a line below in the comments and I'll definitely reply to it, or because I want to read it and find out if this is happening in other places. And with that being said, please subscribe, follow, like, share with your friends. And if you know of anyone out there that is having problems like what I'm describing, send them my way. Send them to this channel. All me. So with that being said, thank you so much. You guys make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.